Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris has again invited the Senate President Bukola Saraki to report to the Force Intelligence Response Team office in Asokoro, Abuja for interrogation over alleged link to the mastermind of the Offa bank robberies. IG, in a letter dated July 23rd addressed to Saraki, asked him to report to police on Tuesday at 8 a.m. to provide further clarification on the relationship to the 5 leaders of the robbery gang. The robber had attacked some commercial bank in Offa, Kwara State on April 5th, during which 9 policemen and 33 persons were killed. Following the attack, the police arrested 27 suspects, including 5 leaders of the gang, and also recovered some AK-47 rifles. The police said that their investigation into the matter showed that all the 5 gang leaders, namely Akinibosun, Ibikunle Ogunleye, Adiola Abraham, Salawudeen Azeez, and Niyi Ogundiran, have direct connection to the Senate President. Subsequently, the force invited Saraki for interrogation over the alleged link to the gangsters, but Senate President wrote a letter to the police denying any involvement in the bank robbery. But the IG in this letter insisted that the gang leader claimed that they were political talk to Saraki, adding that the Senate President supplied arms and money to the thug, that everyone in Kwara Central feared them because of their guns and ability to kill anybody without hesitation. Senate President Bukola Saraki has stated that the invitation to him by the police to report to a station in Abuja over the Offa robbery investigation was a mere afterthought, which was designed to achieve a political purpose. Saraki, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Yusuf Olaniyonu, stated that he has on a good authority that the police had already decided on the suspect to arraign in court in Ilorin, Kwara State on Wednesday, based on the advice of the Director of the Public Prosecution, Muhammad U.E., and that the turnaround to invite him was ploy aimed at scoring cheap political points. According to the statement, he said the police invitation was planned by IG as a ploy to stop an alleged plan by some senators and House of Representative members from defecting from the All Progressive Congress. He said it was also said that if he's detained between Tuesday and Wednesday, that will abort the so-called defection plan.
National Rescue Movement has publicly unveiled a new policy known as Not Too Poor to Run campaign, which seeks to allow Nigerians that are not financially balanced to contest for any political position. National Chairman of the party, Senator Saudus Dansadao, who unveiled the new policy in Abuja, said the campaign will allow young Nigerians that are not well-to-do financially to participate and contest for elective positions during elections. It will be recorded that the National Rescue Mission was one of the newly approved political parties registered in Nigeria.
So as far as we are concerned, the NRM, giving Nigerian youth opportunities so that we and them can struggle. I feel like some of the speakers said, nobody will give you power at the platter of gold. You have to struggle for it. So join hands with us. We struggle together to make sure you Nigerian youth take strategic positions of authority in this country come 2019. Contest for governorship, we have to buy a phone for 10 million. Senate, 5 million. Even State House Assembly, 1 million. So we are saying in the NRM, in this our policy, that is not your money that we need. It's not your money that Nigerians need. It's not your money that Nigerian voters need. What Nigerian voters need are credible Nigerians, trustworthy Nigerians, God-fearing Nigerians, Nigerians who will use the nation's resources for the common good of the people.
The chairman noted that the current political leadership in the country has no interest of the people at heart, saying that many Nigerians are suffering, even as the old politicians are recycled.
Nigeria has never had it so bad like now. Nigeria has never had a state of hopelessness like you are experiencing now. We have never gone through insecurity challenges like we are having now. Nigeria has never gone through poverty like we are having now. And all these challenges are nothing but manifestations of bad governance. And we believe, by the Constitution Manifesto and policies of the NRM, God willing, we have everything that it requires to fix Nigeria. The leaders that we have today do not care about the welfare of the people. In a country where leaders cannot discharge the minimum obligation of their responsibility, which is the protection of life and property, no talk of other social services, what else can you say about such government or such leadership?
One of the country's presidential aspirants, Alice Aswede, who was at the event to support the campaign, said Nigerians should wake up and not allow politicians to buy their conscience with money, citing what happened in Ekiti gubernatorial elections recently.
Anything that is good for my country, guarantee I will be there, not because of region, not because of religion, not because of state, not because of my language, because I am Nigerian first and foremost. So it's a national interest, which means a lot of people feel that you must have money. And in true sense, based on what we have actually seen of lately in the politics, it looks like if you don't have money, you can't do anything. And if you don't have money, you cannot win the election. It's terrible. It's bad. Now, this organization, this political party, registering not too poor to run is a national thing. Every political party should key into it to encourage their candidate, to encourage their followers, to encourage their members that they should come out and run, because they have what it takes. Leadership is not about how rich you are. Leadership is not about how much money you have. Leadership is about your quality, your skill, your experience in life, and either running in business or running in the public sector, you have dedicated your life and you have shown that you can do something and achieve it, which has nothing to do with money. So the party should be able to fund you when they find this credible candidate in order for them to actually win the vote and become our leaders in the political dispensation. Speakers at the event called on all Nigerians to be wise in electing political leaders, even as the country is getting ready to elect new leaders in 2019 general elections.
All youths, for as long as you love Nigeria, for as long as you want Nigeria to develop, for as long as you want Nigeria to be part of nations that are the so-called superpower, then your only home is NRM. The National Rescue Movement.
In all aspects of life, Nigeria needs rescue. Education, we need rescue. Health, we need rescue. Employment, we need rescue. Electricity, we need rescue.
In Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.
As 2019 general election continue to draw closer, Nigerians are being asked to vote for nation builders and not politicians. As presidential aspirant on the platform of the Abundant Nigerian Renewal Party, ANRP, Tope Fashua, said this in an interview with Ben Television in Abuja.
I did not join politics in order to continue to do the politics the way they've always joined it. I realized that Nigeria is not in need of more politicians. Nigeria is more in need of nation builders. So if I'm the first nation builder, to step up and contest for office, open and convene a political party, which I'm heading right now, then so be it. I was in a forum somewhere, and I was making a point about this, that look, I'm a nation builder, not a politician. And there were a number of young people there who were proudly saying, I'm a proud politician. I just couldn't understand what they were talking about, and I wonder why someone would call themselves a proud politician. We don't need more politicians. We need nation builders.
ANRP presidential aspirant is of the opinion that Nigerians should embrace new breed leaders in the forthcoming general election 2019.
If Nigerians were wise and intelligent and loving, if we had mutual love for ourselves, we should by now be retiring not only Buhari but the entire PDP and APC structure. These so-called two major parties of Nigeria, which were built on criminality. And the criminality is that they use taxpayers' money to build their party. They have not used contributions from members of society who have willingly subscribed. So it's a politics of poverty, a politics where the political party is the one giving money to the people in cash for vote, rather than the people giving money to the political parties in demand for performance and a better life. Okay? In demand for performance and a better life. Today I was writing an article on restructuring, and I realized, thinking deeply, that the taxes, that restructuring, for example, should be something that is constantly ongoing. All right? If a nation was wise, every 4 years or 5 years, you have to restructure.
Speaking on his plan for Nigerians, Dr. Fashua explained that his manifesto a strategy that will address the need of the poor Nigerians.
Some of my ideas are this. Number one, we should be targeting 50 to 70 million being pulled out of extreme poverty in this country. Anybody, Ika, what Yoruba will call Ika, wicked person, is the person that will say that there's no suffering in this country and that the suffering is not increasing. You should just take the person on a trip. In Abuja here, I'll show you more than 200 slums in Abuja here, surrounding this place, in different places, from Giri to Gishiri to Nyanya to Jikoi to all sorts of places, to different places. Where we say there's somewhere there in Jabi, there's somewhere in Mabushi there's another slum just down this way. Go to the back, the opposite legislative quarters there's a sprawling slum there. Not talk of the Kushigoros and the Aletas and Co on the expressway there. And these slums are expanding. You don't know how people live. Millions of Nigerians are living inside what they call basha. Houses that are built with discarded sacks. In this town. No care for them. We have never, for one, planned for the housing of the very, very poor people in this country.
Dr. Fashua is also the national chairman of the Abundant Nigerian Renewal Party, ANRP. From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting. The National Executive Committee of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has expelled Senator Burji Kashamu and 3 others from the party. The National Publicity Secretary of the party, Kola Olagbondiyan, stated this after the 80th meeting of the NEC in Abuja. He said Kashamu and 3 others were expelled from the party for hobnobbing with the opposition. Those expelled with Kashamu, who represent Ogun East in the Senate, are Semiu Shodipo, Bayo Adebayo, and Shegun Seriki. They were alleged to have worked with the opposition in Ekiti State to deny the PDP victory in the election. The party took disciplinary action against its members who have been hobnobbing with All Progressive Congress in a way that was detrimental to the interests of the party. NEC meeting, which also presided over by the national chairman of the PDP, Prince Uche Sekendo, also was attended by governors and other members of the party across the 6th geopolitical zone of the country.
In the build-up to the Nigeria's 2019 general elections, the presidential aspirant of the National Interest Party, NIP, Eunice Atuejide, has formally declared to run for the office of the president. Atuejide, who made the declaration in Abuja, said it was high time a woman president was elected in Nigeria. The presidential aspirant said the country is stagnant despite enormous human and material resources because its leaders are greedy and selfish. She promised to bring a transparent and accountable government if elected.
Before Buhari announced his cabinet, the 6 months before he announced his cabinet, that was the best 6 months in civil service in Nigeria. I experienced it one-on-one. Everybody got to work before 8 o'clock. I'd never seen that in any ministry in Nigeria before those 6 months. Everybody. Directors were at their tables. You come into an office, you expect to sit for 3-4 hours, 10 minutes you're done. And then I had to ask, what's going on? They say, this one, the government has changed. We don't know what kind of people will take over under this new administration. And then guess what? 6 months later, when the administration was now settled and the new guys who were going to lead the government were selected, everything went back to business as usual. Why? Because those were not the kind of people they expected. Those were the usual people, and the usual people do things the usual way. In my government, there won't be the usual people. Nigeria does not need to be at a standstill anymore. We need to move forward. And I'm saying, I am ready to take us forward. I will bring to Nigeria a transparent government, because transparency, accountability, those are the key factors, key issues that we need to bring to this country to start to see development. We need to have people who are ready to show us what we are, who we are, what we have, what we can have. Allow us to develop our country, open up the system so that the best of us can come to the front and then help the rest of us to move even further.
The presidential aspirant of the NIP also promised that power would be one of our primary areas of focus, as the sector had not been properly managed over the years.
When I emerge president of Nigeria, power supply will be one of the very first things that will tackle like 100% with 100% attention. And the reason it will be different this time is that we'll deal with it both from the law part of it and from the application part of it. We have privatized power production in Nigeria, but we have not actually privatized power distribution. I was looking at the regulations and how to, because I needed to do some projects that involve solar power and solar energy distribution in Nigeria, and it turned out that we couldn't distribute energy. We had to send everything to the national grid, and then when it comes to sending power to the national grid, there's so much you can't do. There's limits to how much you can do. That's where they are killing us from. So we are investing billions in power sector, but it's not working because we cannot distribute the energy we are producing. So we need to open up the system, really open up the system, allow every private investor who can do it come in and work and produce energy and also distribute it. The important thing is to make sure that you have regulations that make sure that people are not causing havoc for the society. Allow them produce and distribute energy. Nigeria will benefit. We will all have power and it will cost us so much less. Everything will work. The person who is producing milk will produce at a lesser cost because he doesn't have to burn generator and diesel. He will be able to sell at a cheaper rate. The person who is making hair does not need generator to dry your hair, so you'll be able to do your hair for a cheaper rate. So many things will work better. Education, infrastructure, things will just get better if really we can deal with power, and it is easy to do that. Just remove the government policies that make it impossible for real energy distribution to happen.
Aziz Yusuf, National Chairman, NIP, earlier said the party had a vision to be a political party mainly by highly qualified young professionals and upstanding business people with or without tertiary education. Yusuf said NIP was a political party bound solely by common ideologies, where ethnicity, religion, tribe, education, creed, among others, were of no value to the members and leaders of the party.
NIP is a political party bound solely by common ideologies, so that ethnic, religion, tribe, education, creed, etc. are of no value to the members and leaders of NIP. NIP is for people whose only interest is to build, maintain, and be part of a Nigeria which function for the benefit of all, not for benefit of selected few. NIP will field only candidate at every election it participates. The party will achieve this by conducting constitutionally enshrined enhanced criminal background checks and character screening of candidate leadership cadre. Each person approved for leadership under NIP will be automatically certified as having led a spiritually clean past, thus can be entrusted with the leadership of the party.
Eunice Uche Atuojide, an indigenous of Enugu State, is married with 5 children and has vast educational background that cuts across agriculture, linguistics, business administration, filmmaking, acting and communications management, as well as law. Awesome Raffle, Ben Television.